Okay, so Mina, you can introduce yourself, folks.
Doris, yeah.
Folks, we're going to have Mina present. Pick her brain, ask a lot of questions, and she'll give you some helpful tips about downsizing, moving, organizing.
Morning. Good morning. I'm Nina Weireter. I'm the owner and founder of My Divine Concierge, a senior move management company, professional organizing, concierge business. And I know you're all interested in finding out some gems about how this can apply to you. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I've been in business for 15 years. I worked in corporate America. I worked in big pharmaceuticals for 20 years. And I inherently have always been organized. And it just came naturally to me. So I am a mom of 3. And my 60th birthday was in August. And my son announced that I'm going to be a grandma. So, thank you. So, all of a sudden I was like, uh-oh, I need to start decluttering. I got to make room. There's going to be a baby in my life next year. And so, I have decluttered myself. I've downsized my parents. I've moved them. I've lost my mother. I've had to declutter her. And so I know how hard it is. And I think that taking into consideration the rich lives that we lead and the items that I refer to as stuff. Your lives are not in your things. Your lives and your memory are here and here. And my focus has always been that when you downsize and you create a new home, I want that home to be who you are. I want you to have things around you that truly, truly are the things you love. It may not be the things of value. It may be things of value. It just may be the things that you just love every day. And I can't make that decision for you. I can tell you the things that are valuable because I've been doing this for a long time, and trust me, I have seen a lot of stuff. I make your apartment safe, your home. That's paramount to me. I never want to leave someone's home that's overcluttered. No matter how much you love that chair, you love that ottoman, you love that couch, you love that coffee table. Paramount is safety. So I think in looking at the size of the unit you're going to go to, how many people, is it a couple, is it a single, the size of the bed, you want 1 or 2 end tables, how close do you need to go to the bathroom to get there, what side of the bed do you sleep on? If we put the head of the bed here, but you sleep on the right side, well that's a problem, then we got to put the head of the bed over here, but he sleeps on that side and you sleep on that side. See, all these things play in my mind. What wall do we put the TV on? Where do we put your favorite chair? Do you need a glass? Do you need a table to put your glass on? So I think of all these things ahead for you. That's my job. That's why you hire me. Do you have people over for the holidays? Do you have people over for bagels and lox on Sunday? How many plates do we need? I know that China has serving for 8, but if you're only ever going to have 4, it's okay to split it in half. I give you permission. There's nothing wrong with it. So the first things you want to do is you want to start going drawer by drawer. I call that cupcake organizing. Your house is like a wedding cake. You would never eat the whole house all at once. I want you to do 100% of 10%, not 1% of 100%. I would rather you sit in front of the TV and just take one drawer out and go through it and leave everything in that drawer knowing that's what you want to take with you. Have a garbage pile next to you, have a donate bag next to you. Put in the garbage what's truly garbage, put the donate what's donate, put back in the drawer what you're going to take with you. And that should be 20% at the most, because you're downsizing. And it's okay to have empty drawers. Again, you have permission. Closet, closed closets. If you haven't worn it, and I'm gonna stretch this out really long, if you haven't worn it in 18 months, thank it for the memories and put it in a bag and drop it off for donation. You don't need 30 pairs of socks. You only go a week without doing laundry. Take all of them out that you don't need anymore. Drop them off. Drop them off to be donated. I know women, we like white t-shirts, we like cardigans, but how many do you really wear? Men in our button-down shirts, okay? How many do we really wear? Just narrow it down. I want you to do 12 inches of a closet every day. That's it, just 12 inches. You can do 15 hangers. Get it out, try it on, and just put a bag. Just put a grocery bag, brown bag with handles. Fold the clothes, put them in the bag. Just small cupcake. Take a bite of the cupcake, just one bite at a time. The nemesis of everybody is the bathroom. The worst I've ever seen was like World War II Band-Aids. Okay, they were still in the original with iodine and the wrap. I think he brought them home from Germany. And he said he hadn't opened it, they were still fine, and there was nothing wrong with them. That's the big thing. There's nothing wrong with it. I haven't opened it. There's nothing wrong with it. I said, I know, but there's nothing right with it either. And when you see groceries that were stamped with ink, do you remember when they stamped, when you used to go to the grocery store and they just stamped the top with the ink and it said like 19 cents? Yeah. If you have food that's still stamped in ink, that's a problem. We've got a big problem. Big problem. So, in the bathroom, I just want you to do one drawer at a time. Get a bag for your medications. Most local police stations or pharmacies have areas that you can drop off your pills. Do not flush them down the toilet. Do not put them in the garbage. The other thing you can do is you can mix them with used coffee grounds. You want to make them unusable. You can put them in a Ziploc bag or a plastic bag. Mix them with old coffee grounds. You want to make them unusable. I take most of my clients' medications down to my local police station. They have a bin. Just open the door and you drop all the bottles. You don't empty the bottles of pills because they look at what's in the bottles. Questions? Why don't we take a break for some questions? Yes, sir, in the back. I'm sorry, your first name?
Dan.
Dan.
Yes. We live in southern New Jersey. We don't come down there.
How long did it take for you to get here, Dan?
2 hours.
I would do a longer stretch with you. Normally, I like to work 4 hours at a shot. So I would do one of two things. I would come down and work a longer day with you. Maybe I would spend the night somewhere local and then do the next day and then come home. So I have done jobs in down there farther. So I would work a little bit longer of a day or split it up into 2 days. But yes, we would come down and help you. So, yes, sir. Your name?
Jay.
Jay.
Copsting. Do you handle the discarding of old clothes and furniture? Is that part of your service?
We do.
Or is that something that we do as individuals?
No, so having been born in the Midwest, I really have like my mom's foundation. I was born in Ohio, and so the foundation of the company was to repurpose as much as possible. And that has been it from the get-go. And so we work with, and I say we, it's my husband and I, We work with about 15 or 20 different charities, and we try to repurpose as much as possible. There is a point where I will be honest with you, and I will tell you, no matter what, I can't reuse this. You know, we've had some things that have been soiled by cats, or, you know, scratched and torn and ripped, and I know sometimes people see value in things where there's not a usable value. And I don't ever want to hurt your feelings, but I have to be honest with you when, and I say this, when something has to go to heaven, and you just have to thank it for its service and say, okay, let it go. But yes, old clothes, as long as they're not horribly stained or ripped. Certain things are mandated by the law. We can't donate underwear, bathing suits. I don't donate bras. But most furniture, yes, we can.
And that's part of your service?
It is, yes. Yes.
I find it hard to
Zoila, thank you.
my books.
Books. And books.
I have hundreds of books.
Yeah. So, as part of having been in business for so many years, I have developed what I call a virtual concierge list of vetted services. So, I have a book guy. I have a record guy. I have an antique person for this flavor. I have, so you name it, and I have developed it. So, I have a book guy. So I can call my book guy. He can come and look at your books. He will pay you for any books he buys cash, and he'll take away as much as he can that day, and then we'll figure out what to do with the rest of them. But again, he will be honest with you, because books these days, we're drowning in books, because people have, and I'll use this word loosely, have hoarded books. And I don't mean like hoarded, like thousands, but now we're being deluged with all these books, and like my children who are in their middle and late 20s don't want hard books. They read on their computers. And even now I've started reading on my laptop. I just bought the first 2 books I bought probably in 3 years because I don't have space for it. But yes, so I have, and my kids make fun of me because I try to stay cool. And I have people. So my people become your people when you become my people. Okay? And that's how it works. So my services become available to you when you become my client. So everything I have developed in 15 years becomes yours. And there's no charge for that. I don't upcharge. I don't make money off of you. So I have a gold guy, I have a diamond guy. And everything comes to you at their rate. So if you have sterling silver that you want to sell, I can take care of that for you. And it's at their lowest cost. I mean, it couldn't be any lower. They take 3%. You couldn't go anyplace else and have the fee be so low. Mid-century modern bowls, dance, furniture. I mean, here's an example. We were cleaning out a house of a couple that were getting divorced, and the gentleman had his mom and dad's dresser, the female dresser and then the male dresser. So the longer dresser and the tall dresser. And they were mid-century modern dressers, and I said, I really like these dressers. Could I buy them from you? So I offered him $500. I said, I'm going to have them refinished. And I looked them up, and it was a well-known name. So I said, I'm going to pay you 30% of whatever is that we make, because I'm going to have to pay to have them refinished. So I had to put a lot of money into it to have them refinished by a specialty. So they were shipped out to Chicago, and they were auctioned off, and the 2 pieces together sold for $65,000.
Wow.
So, but I had to go in on it. My finishing fees were like $5,000, and this guy was over the moon. I mean, he was just over the moon. But my point being is that I know my stuff. And so that knowledge I give back to you. So, Gemma. Okay, more questions.
I was gonna ask about electronics. I'm one of these early adapters,
Okay,
so I have cables and old PDAs and stuff like that.
you know, it depends on what they
Do you
are.
even have ideas as to what to do with it?
Unless you have something in a box that's been sealed, then they'll have some value. Other than that, we gotta find recycling day and we'll recycle them, because I'm a big believer in recycling and keeping stuff out. But unless you have like an Atari sealed in a box that's gonna sell for $1 million, that would make us very happy.
Yeah, right.
So, so I think that if you want to take this, oh, I'm sorry, Sonia.
What about baseball cards?
Baseball cards? Baseball cards can be a very hot commodity. So I have a baseball person, so we can sort through those. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, and believe it or not, sometimes it can be just really simple things that can have value. It can be some smalls. It's not crystal. It's not china. It's like mid-century modern Dansk bowls, you know, enameled pots. It's funny things that have a lot of value now that people are shopping for. You know, it's not Tiffany, it's not Baccarat, it's not the big name things. It's silly things that people are shopping for now. So the world's really turned around on what people are putting value in. It's nice furniture. That's what nowadays what they're shopping for. If you want to engage on this process on your own, that's fine. Again, just a drawer at a time, a bag at a time, small, small. And I know there's an organizer out there that is saying empty your closet, throw everything on the bed and then put it back. No, 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 no. I am half Cuban. And so in my house, anything like that, we say no bueno. No bueno. Absolutely not. You never want to undertake something so huge that it will be so undaunting that you won't complete the task. I want you to have success. I want you to do very small bites and feel that you've accomplished something. That's very important to me. And so that's why I say a drawer at a time. Just do the pots and pans one thing at a time. Do just platters. Do just tablecloths. You know, talk to the kids. If your kids still have stuff in your house, okay, then you give them what's called a buy when date. Buy when. You have until December 15th. If you don't come and get your stuff, then it's mine, and I will be taking care of it as I see fit. If they still have college papers and college books, and their children are in college, guess what? Gone. Into black bag heaven. Out the door, okay? So, I think that, you know, when we help you, we like to work in 4-hour blocks of time. I am very hands-on. You will not do any lifting. You will only be using from here up. I will be doing all the work. We will bring all the boxes in. We will bring all the paper in. I'm professionally trained as a packer. I was professionally trained by movers. I can bring you in a mover if you would like. If the RiverWalk has movers that they like, we can bring in a couple to give you a price. We'll go through the cabinets. We'll pick out the things you want to keep. I like to consider, you know, a short vase, a tall vase, a long vase, you know, one pan. Because if you're in assisted living, you know, you're going to be able to fix your lunch. So you need a soup pot. You need a little dish if you want to make like a chicken breast. You have to really downsize a lot. And I've done all that thinking for you. And so let me help you. Let me take that stress off your plate. So, yes.
Can you address, once you move a couple or a single person from their home, condo, apartment, and you sold, donating, got rid of stuff, can you talk about setting them up in a community like RiverWalk, or where they're moving to, and unpacking and setting them up in their new space?
So we can be with you on the day of the pack. So if you don't have an immediate support system here, we can be with you the day the movers are in your home, overseeing everything, making sure all the boxes are marked. So we will leave the house with the movers and we will meet them here at RiverWalk. So there'd be 2 of us here and we will get you completely unpacked. So within 2 days, we will have your apartment completely set up. So the beauty is that we will take the floor plan that Gemma gives us. We will pre-measure all of your furniture and make sure that it fits. So there are no uh-ohs when stuff gets here and it doesn't fit, like there's too much. Because again, no bueno, it's not good. We want to make sure the couch and the chair fit with the ottoman and the table, and the TV and the TV stand fit all where they're supposed to. So we unpack everything. We put all the stuff away in the cabinets. We get your wardrobes unpacked. All the clothes go in the closets. Everything is done. Your house is set up. We can come back and do any little things. If the RiverWalk will hang your pictures, yep, we'll leave them there. We will pre-designate where you want your stuff hung. But usually within no more than 72 hours, your total house will be set up here. That would be the maximum. Carton's gone. And so, you know, there's an element of reduction of stress. I want you to be able to breathe. So we can help you through the entire process and make it stress-free. Yes, ma'am?
Photographs.
Photographs.
Oh, yeah. We have a
Bins.
bin of photographs.
So you can get them scanned onto DVDs.
Right.
You can send them to your children. You can look at them and enjoy them. It's all a matter of how much you're attached to them.
Well, if we haven't looked at them.
That's the question. You just asked the $100,000 question. If you haven't looked at them in how many years?
Probably.
Quite a few.
Okay, are we in double digits?
No. No.
Not quite.
Not quite.
No.
So, you know, it's a process you can go through now. I'm a firm believer in doing it while you're like watching TV. Like, let's sit and look at the pictures and enjoy them right now and maybe pull out, I don't know, 100 that we really, really love. And you can download them on one of those electronic picture frames.
Right.
And then just look at those. But the rest of them, again, I really think that like your memory is like right here. And you've had a lifetime of just wonderful. And the stuff is just the physical. And there's things that, I mean, I created a whole electronic picture frame for a client that had pictures of actually her things. You know, she had, and everybody has, she had a teacup collection. So we set out the teacups and displayed them with spoons, and we took pictures of them. But she could see, because she wasn't going to have room for her teacups. And she really liked them, and we donated them to a women's club that had tea. So she knew they were going to be enjoyed. And that gave her more pleasure than actually looking at her teacups.
Right.
And so there's other things to do with the things, but she could still see the picture as the picture frame showed her pictures of her things. And there was no value to them. I mean, teacups nowadays are selling for like $2. But she had had the joy in them for 40 years. So, yes, sir.
Do you charge by the job or by the hour?
I charge by 4-hour blocks. There is no charge for travel, unless of course I'm going all the way to New Jersey. I don't, supplies are supplied to you at cost. I don't upcharge. The charges from when I get in the door to when I walk out the door. If there's an ancillary service, like if I'm bringing you a concierge service, like all that, you know, obviously I don't benefit from that unless there's a prior agreement. So the 4-hour block of time is $300. So it's $75 an hour for 4 hours. And that has not changed. There's
That
been,
includes the move too. If you were to move us from here, you do that in 4-hour blocks.
well, no. If we got a whole move day, then I just, you know,
So you would
I
charge
pack my
for
lunch
that.
and yeah, we're just in it. Yeah, we're in it to win it. So, and if there's parking, like if I have to park at a lot, I would ask you to help me reimburse it. Normally I pack my own lunch and bring my own beverages and all that. I'm pretty self-sufficient. Any other questions? I haven't heard from some people.
I'm taking notes.
Okay, do you have any questions?
Actually, no, because I'm one of those people that has trouble getting rid of things.
Okay,
My things are very precious to me.
right. And that's hard. And that's hard. And I understand that. And I have some things that I could not like possibly think about getting rid of. And so I think that when your space becomes more limited, you need to look at some things with a different eye and evaluate. You can't put the same value on everything. Some things may have a greater value than other, because it comes down to just how much will fit and the value of staying where you are currently versus coming into a community that offers so much. And if you're living alone, the social aspect of coming here, and I can speak to that because I had to make the decision for my father, who unfortunately has advanced dementia. I had to put in memory care, but he was living alone, was very isolated, and the difference in his quality of life now in a community is so much richer than his things. And you take the things with you that you love, but I'm trying to express this in a way that won't ever be offensive. I don't love all my things the same. There are certainly some things that I love considerably more. And pictures of my children far outrank pictures of crystal or china. But there are some pictures, there's some pieces of crystal I love. But, so I think you just have to start looking at some things with rose-colored glasses on.
Right.
So,
So I've worked with Nina, with other residents here and in other communities that I've worked at, and I know how valuable the service is. There are other people who do it, so if you're looking at, you know, talking to Nina and talking to others, you know, get an estimate, get
Mhm.
referrals. Ask, you know, to speak to clients they've worked with.
mhm.
Residents that she's worked with here or other communities.
Oh,
So
yeah.
get referrals.
Absolutely, I have a ton of referrals. I am insured. I carry a $1 million policy. I have been COVID vaccinated. I just had a COVID test yesterday. You can hear me, I'm a little, but I have terrible allergies. We follow all safety protocols. I have been fingerprinted, so I have security clearance through the FBI. I've never committed a crime, though I do get a couple of parking tickets every now and then. And I don't know, what else could I answer for you?
So I would suggest, because we want to start lunch,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Sure, thank you.
for coming. I know we spoke yesterday, you lived on the weather. so
Yeah,
thank
I'm
you.
much better
Your
today.
card? Are you
Yes.
I did, I gave you one, I think. Yep, you got it?
Take these cards.
Yep.
One other question, to do an assessment, is that, do you charge for that?
So I do a 1-hour visit for free, and anything after that, if we should get, you know, really into like, anything after that will be $75. But the first visit, except for New Jersey, I'll do a FaceTime with you. So if we can do that on the phone, that would be fabulous. But the first hour is for free. So, and that's fine.
If you come to the house, would it be free as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
She gives a 1 hour free
I
estimate.
give it 1 hour free. Yep,
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Need
yeah,
I
sure.
know what I did with the one. you-
Okay, I think you put it in your bag.
for your cards.
Okay,
So Nina, you'll be at table 5.
I will.
I'm gonna sit with
Yep.
my friends, the Copsies, at table 3.
okay.
I want to introduce you also to Mina Ingleson. She is a resident here
Thank
at
you.
RiverWalk's.